Do you think Kanye West, if he had a black woman, things would be different?
Oh, absolutely. I think Kim Kardashian used him. And the fact that they're making that man pay $200,000 a month in child support.
That's a crazy take, bro. I know it's fun to say, you know, oh yeah, Kim Kardashian sucks. Like, I agree. But like, Candace Owens is the real reason why Kanye West like is getting canceled. He's getting canceled because he's like right-wing as f and then became a Nazi. But who made him right-wing? Who took advantage of his vulnerabilities? Candace did.
When both he and the wife are billionaires are absolutely ridiculous. I think they want to break him. I think they want to break him. And although I don't agree with the way in which Kanye articulated some of his thoughts, I appreciate the fact that he was the first black man since Michael Jackson to speak truth to power, to specifically identify certain communities of Europeans who have exploited gangster rap, black entertainers, and other people since its inception, and nobody has called.
But like, come on, bro. I mean, of course he's like running the fucking lineup too, but it's like, it's not certain communities of Europeans. Like, first of all, like, it's all, okay? It's just like, it's so silly. I guess it's like, it's not even just all Caucasians. Like, it's just literally just rich people, okay? Of course, the origins or the inception of that still does come from mostly white people, white rich capitalists. But it's crazy.
Them out. He's the first.
Yeah, when he drops the certain communities in there, he's just trying to say Jewish without saying Jewish, like, which is, you know, not that surprising that Dr. Umar is saying that. Let's be real, but like,
to do it since Michael Jackson. But when Michael did it, he wasn't in his prime. Kanye did it in his prime.
I can't give Kanye no respect because I've never seen a black man seek more white validation than Kanye was.
Well, that's the issue.
That is one of the most self-hating black men on the planet.
Kanye is not choosing a side. One day, it's about saving our people. The next day, you on a date with another snow bunny. One day, it's about helping the oppressed. The next day, you're campaigning for Donald Trump. One day, it's about being independent. The next day, I'm hearing about you going into business with some white man. Make up your mind. I think Kanye is trying to figure out where he is, but he got to make up his mind because you're too helter-skelter. And at this point, I'm going to be honest with you. Although I appreciate Kanye's honesty, I think most of his agenda is about Kanye. And I'm going to say that because when I look at our black billionaire class, whether it's Kanye, whether it's Oprah, whether it's Jay-Z,
he's not in that class
whether it's Tyler Perry, even if he's no longer in that class.
Dude, oh my God. Charlemagne is so petty. This is a unique opportunity for Charlemagne that like, where he could just like keep shitting on Kanye relentlessly and not look bad. Like he is going to automatically look good in the situation.
None of them, LeBron, Puffy, none of them have built an independent black institution for the black community anywhere in this country. Not one. I need him to make up his mind and then stay there.
Okay.
And I need him to be a little bit more articulate with what he says because although I think Kanye is on the right track, he's not articulating himself well enough. He's not controlling his public narrative. So when I do interviews like this or any interview, I go out of my way to be careful with my wording so nobody can try to use it against me later. You have to try to control your narrative and he will get.
Yeah, that's why he said European communities, certain European communities.
On a platform and say some things that he may not even believe just for the shock value, and you're now giving the media the opportunity to brand you something that you are not.
That's even worse to me though. If you don't even have no real intention. Like,
dude, Dr. Umar is so, I mean, he's crazy obviously, but he is so charismatic. It's crazy. It's like Alex Jones. Like, same shit. He has an insane level of charisma in tune with Alex Jones. Like as a performer, as an entertainer. I mean, there's a reason why there's a million motherfuckers that have even congregations that say Hotep shit. You know what I mean? Or say incredibly conservative things or black nationalist things or black separatist things or whatever. But there's only one fucking Dr. Umar. You know what I mean? He's just, I don't know. He is so fucking captivating. And also pretty funny at times as well. Dr. Umar or Farrakhan? Oh, Dr. Umar, 100%. Dr. Umar is definitely more charismatic than Farrakhan. That's not even a question. Dr. Umar is like up to date with the memes. Farrakhan is just Farrakhan. I don't know how else to describe it.
You don't even know what the hell you're saying? That's so anti-intellectual.
Well, the issue is Kanye, I think he's very brilliant, but I also think he's dealing with some unaddressed mental health issues as well.
That is true. That is true. You said none of them have built institutions.
And I would not put him on the same level as a Kyrie Irving because I believe Kyrie is 100% genuine in his thinking. I think he's very thought out, and
I agree with that too. Like I said, I think Kyrie Irving is just like kind of a genuine dumbass, whereas Kanye West is more so like both a dumbass and narcissistic in a similar capacity. These guys are super famous. Obviously, they're going to have that. Is more in it for his own personal benefit, whereas like Kyrie Irving is literally like, I don't know, I was just trying to be woke. You know what I mean? And this corresponds to like what I've heard from other people that have, that know Kyrie Irving, that have talked to Kyrie Irving. Like everyone always says he's like a very nice person, a very genuine, caring person. He's just not very smart and thinks that he is like found something that other people, it's like everybody knows a guy like this, okay? Someone who is like a nice person otherwise, but like thinks that they are in on shit that other people are not in on. Like they're endlessly looking for unique contradictions that no one else is aware of. Like they figured it out. All you need to know about Kyrie Irving is that he was a flat earther. That's it. Like that ends the conversation, I think.
I think Kyrie does a good job of controlling his narrative. And
he's not anymore. He said he was wrong about that.
Think that community that tried to destroy him could be accused of being hypocritical because Jeff Bezos, the $139 billion owner of Amazon, has just issued a statement a few days ago. They're not removing the DVD.
Oh no, that wasn't Jeff Bezos. That was the other. That was the current CEO of Amazon.
Okay, but Jeff Bezos is still the owner, isn't he?
He's got a percentage in it, but it was the current. The person who made that statement was the current CEO of Amazon.
Current CEO, Jeff Bezos, whoever. Amazon is not pulling a DVD. They have not been accused of being anti-Semitic. They have not been accused of being racist. They have not been accused of being a hate monger of any other people. So
that's a good take. That's a good take. He's right. No, he's right though. It shows you where people's like interests are. You can say, look, you can say that it's because like it's not a singular individual. It's an entire platform or whatever, and it's easier to like shit on a singular individual. But you can't deny that. Like, what's infinitely more? What's infinitely worse? One guy promoting it with a large platform, or the platform hosting it? Yeah, the platform hosting it is still going to be worse. Him being right on this does not mean he's right on everything else, for the record.
And anybody who practices selective morality, whether you're a European Jew, whether you're a revolutionary Pan-Africanist, whether you're a socialist, a Christian, a Muslim, a Hebrew, selective morality is hypocrisy. Because what I'm saying, if Envy does it, it's wrong, and he should be punished. If Charlemagne does it, it's okay. Amazon is still selling it. They have yet to be branded by the ADL or anybody else as anti-Semitic. That's hypocrisy.
That's what. How do you punish that level of white privilege? How do you punish it, Donald Trump?
They're not going to punish it because at the end of the day, white supremacy requires commitment and loyalty from all groups of white people. They
want to protect Kanye so bad. I mean, bro, he's not wrong. Like that. This is the thing. Like Dr. Umar, much like Alex Jones, can grab on to obvious contradictions, like an inherent hypocrisy built into the system. Dr. Umar is not wrong when he talks about white supremacy. That's why he is a very complicated, oftentimes memed individual. He is definitely very wrong on a lot of other shit, though. He uses the parts that he's not wrong on to then sell the parts that he is wrong on. And that is the exact same thing that like Alex Jones does. That's the exact same thing that Andrew Tate has done. He brainwashed my little cousin. He's super red-pilled now. Yeah. Point out this guy's no more crazy than Alex Jones, but tons of people will say, well, Alex Jones says some insane shit to make his insane takes more palatable. Wait, no, that's precisely what it is. Also, he does not have the institutional power that Alex Jones has, okay? Dr. Umar is not interviewing Barack Obama before Barack Obama becomes president on his like insanely popular radio show. Unless you're Candace Owens. I mean, again, that's a great example. Candace Owens works for white supremacy. Candace Owens' rhetoric is more damaging than Dr. Umar's rhetoric. Why? Because white supremacy is already the system that is in place. So when you're advocating for the system that is inherently violent, we all understand that. The systems that we exist under are inherently violent. There's structural cruelties. There's structural violence, poverty. There is systemic violence within the criminal justice system. There is then direct violence, like state violence, that is normalized, disproportionately harmful to black communities and brown communities, poor communities in general. So when you reinforce that, when you say that's good and we need more of that, like Candace Owens does, or when you justify and legitimize the abhorrent instances of state violence, like police brutality, that most people even recognize is not normal, is above what is acceptable, okay? Because a lot of people think that it's acceptable. Let's be real. When you normalize that, or when you desperately try to make like Derek Chauvin not look like a murderer, you're working for white supremacists. Your goal is to spread a white supremacist narrative. And white supremacy is already the basic default social conditioning, which is why people that lean into that basic default social conditioning are always going to have more influence, more reach, and more institutional power than people who are speaking out against it. That's why when you talk about Dr. Umar, the most damaging parts of Dr. Umar are parts that also correspond to pre-existing forms of oppression. Internally, when Dr. Umar talks about white supremacy, he is speaking out against the system. When Dr. Umar talks about what women should be doing in society, he is speaking for the system, a patriarchal system.
The Kyrie and Kanye issue was more about suppressing free speech for heterosexual black males than it was about anti-Semitism or anything like that. If wrong is wrong, it should be wrong for everybody. This is not about right or wrong. This is about suppressing the First Amendment freedom of speech rights of heterosexual black males who do not endorse the European narrative. That's what it's.
I mean, he's just trying to make it work in the identical. Just like Alex Jones was trying to make Kanye's narrative work for Alex Jones, Dr. Umar is doing the exact same. Dude, he is literally like Alex Jones. And I both mean that as a negative and a positive. You know what I mean? It's very interesting to see. Really.
I'm not against any of that.
Hasan supporting the Euro narrative. Weird. Oh, shut up.
You said the only thing I'd push back on is, man, I do not like seeing people prop up Kanye West, bro. Because Kanye West is the most anti-black Negro out here. And I do not like when people just...
Why do you say that? Why do you say he's so anti-black?
Look at him. Look at who he chooses to be with.
Come on, dude. He is so obviously trying to grift off Kanye here. That's crazy, dude. Come on. The George Floyd stuff. The fact that he said he's a Nazi. Like, what the fuck? He's literally trying... Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. Also... I hate to hand it to Charlemagne the God. It's just true. I can't believe Charlemagne is the most correct on this panel. It's a sad day when Charlemagne is the most correct on any panel. Really, it's crazy to see that. Anyway,
And even when he had those billion-dollar companies, what was under the hood of those companies, Dr. Umar? Where was his black staff?
I agree.
Where was his black leadership?
I agree.
You know,
and that's why right now, as I just said a minute ago, I believe Kanye's agenda is what's best for Kanye. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's about
Kanye's agenda has always been what's best for Kanye.
What's best for black people until he shows me something else. Mm-hmm. I really believe
DJ Kento,
what he did.
Thank you for the 5 get the subs.
Freed of them contracts because he has the brand in the
Kaya, thank you for the 5 get the subs.
Platform and the status now where he could probably make his own sneakers and make his own music and probably sell as much, if not more, than he did before.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's not happening. No, he can't. Kanye West is not a billionaire. Kanye West is not a billionaire or didn't become a billionaire because he just did everything on his own. You know what I mean? He became a billionaire because he worked with multinational mega corporations. That's number one. Number two. Kanye West is hyper targeting. Like, he is doing his Kanye best, okay? He's doing what's best for Kanye in his mind. But he's fucking so brain broken that he thinks like hyper targeting white supremacists and white nationalists is going to unironically give him a bigger boost. That's not the case. No shot. Because one, for two reasons, white nationalists and white supremacists do not see you as anything but a black person, okay? That's it. So ultimately, they will use you, okay? They will use you as a token. They will use you as a spokesperson. But that doesn't mean they like you or see you as a human. They're white supremacists. You know what I mean? They see you as a pawn. That's it. The moment that they can't use you, you're gone. You're done, okay? And two, although America is built on white supremacist fundamentals, and as a consequence of social conditioning, a lot of people do have racist opinions, and this includes black people as well. right? Because, you know, black kids are still going and getting an American public education from the American public schooling system. However, regardless of all of that, there's also one additional normalized moral value, and that is that racism is bad. So even racists who are out and about racist, like white supremacists, don't want to be called racist. Nazis are bad. Everybody knows this, right? So the moment that you come out and you just say like, oh yeah, well, you know, I love Hitler or whatever the fuck, it's over. It's done. The people that would otherwise say, hey, he's one of the good ones. Hell yeah, brother. Most of those people are going to look to Kanye West and go, oh, no, that's not me. I'm a different kind of racist. Well, they don't even say that they're racist at all. But once you give the game away, there's a reason why a lot of Nazis do dog whistles, okay? Is it always bad, though? Yes, it's always bad. Don't come in here and try to, like, do, like, sneaky, weird shit.